Natural open space is key to the high quality of life we have here in Carlsbad. But many of these lands we take for granted are at risk of development and could become hundreds of new homes or the next strip mall. We can change that. We can still preserve the best of what we have left. Preserving lands around our lagoons and creeks helps clean polluted water so everyone can enjoy our beaches.
Bataquitos Lagoon is special because it's one of the only lagoons in Southern California that hasn't been developed at all, and there are no boats, any kind of watercraft allowed on the lagoon. And it's just been kept very natural, and it's an important ecosystem for the area. Well, I'm concerned about the development going on in the land right behind us because it's so close to the lagoon, and if it's developed, there's going to be runoff from the parking lot and all kinds of pollutants from the fertilizers used on landscape, things like that, and its proximity to the lagoon is really going to ruin the little ecosystem that's going on here.
Preserving land close to neighborhoods provides healthy outdoor recreation for our children. The Calavera Hills neighborhood fought for years to preserve the Village H land and trails. But now it is surrounded by bars and the neighborhood is locked out.
I would probably like to see this just stay open and a really pretty place. It's nice to still have some places like this in Carlsbad that aren't like developed for the purpose. They're just kind of there for people to see and enjoy and go on.
It's like makes great photography because the trees coming up on either side over a pathway, there's just like so much to offer here. It's just so beautiful down here.
Not only are there a lot of animals here, but there are a lot of gorgeous plants too. I mean, you just see, especially during the spring, you see all the flowers come up. They are beautiful, and it just be a shame to get rid of all of that.
The Calavera Preserve is the largest natural open space left in the city. But even here, development is moving in on three sides, as can be seen by the new high school under construction to the west. Just south and east of Mount Calavera, over 400 homes have been approved for development. And hundreds more are allowed here on the south side of Mount Calavera on what is supposed to be the Regional Wildlife Corridor. And this is one of the last working farms in Carlsbad. Creeks like Little Encinitas provide critical habitat for wildlife. If Cannon Road is extended, it could cut right through the middle of this special place. Without large core areas like this, our local wildlife could become extinct. Old neighborhoods used to have front and back yards. New ones will be more like this one, where there's very little open space. This makes the need for nearby natural open space even more critical. We aren't just losing open space. With more development, we also get all the traffic, noise, air pollution, and congestion with no benefits. The Buena Vista Creek Valley is one of the treasures of Carlsbad, with its sacred waterfall, historic adobe, and abundant wildlife.
The Marone Ranch, the Marones used to have barbecues up by the falls, and people would come to this valley, the Ortegas, the Kellys, the Osunas, the Romos, sort of like the Carlsbad Grange Hall. They would talk about crop prices and cattle prices. And as a historian, I know that the best way to preserve something is to use it for what it's always been used for. And how great would it be if this could be preserved as a gathering place, a natural gathering place, where people could hike and enjoy the live oaks and the chaparral and the smell of sage. And we want to preserve it for our kids and for our grandkids to remember the natural beauty that was once Carlsbad. The threat to this valley is right over my shoulder here. There could be 656 homes. If you just see just above that tree line, that could all be subdivisions. And we have plenty of subdivisions in Carlsbad. What we need is natural open space.
We can preserve the best of what we have left. 1,000 people just taking one step can move mountains. Go to our website at preservecalavera.org for some tips on the many small ways you can help preserve some of our priceless natural lands. Let's make sure Joni Mitchell wasn't talking about Carlsbad when she wrote, "They paved paradise and put up a parking lot."